All right, folks, welcome back to XCOM. We are starting the resolution phase here of turn 3. We are actually playing this a second time because for some reason when I played the first, we had gotten all the way up to starting to shoot at the UFOs over the continents, and I looked down and the little numbers are not rolling on my camera screen here. It cut itself off halfway through my introduction that I'm giving you here. So we are going to try it again and see if we are as successful as we were the last time. I'll tell you where we had gotten. Basically, we had managed to research that tech and shoot down these 3 UFOs without any failures. That's what happened the first time around. So we'll see if we are as successful this go around. I'm going to keep an eye on the little counter there as well and make sure it does not stop again. As you see, we're not doing too bad. We are almost back up to our correct count of soldiers, so that is good. We are hurting for scientists, however. Remember, we only had the 1 scientist out there. In interest of accuracy, that is 1.0 scientists that we have on the board right now. So we are going to have to see how well they work out on their task. So let's do this again. At least I won't pause and maybe that was it. Maybe when I laid the camera down to do a count, maybe that's why. But we're looking at auditing the budget here. As you see, audit the budget 17. We have counted the board. There are 14 items on the board. There's 3 here with the satellites. And then we have another 5 interceptors, which takes us to 8. 2 in the base is 10, 3 on the mission is 13, and 1 there is 14. So that means we get rid of the 14, which they're sitting over here again because I had to bring them back over. So we get rid of 14 there, and we are sitting with 3 credits left. We have a surplus this time on our budget, so let's go. And we are going to recruit soldiers. We will recruit those soldiers. I'll throw those over there, and we are going to take 3 back with us. Last time I took 2 heavies because you can't ever have enough boom. And we're going to take another support because we have a card on one of these that calls for support. In particular, it's the revive card, isn't it? Yeah, the revive card. You put a support there and you get to prevent a soldier from being killed. So having an extra support to be able to play with is nice. So we are made it to where there's only 2 more soldiers available for us. And as you see, we've got all the interceptors right now. So that is very good. Next up, resolve the crises. Okay, so we have 3 crises that came up. 1 is to destroy 2 interceptors. 1 is to no elite soldier can roll an extra XCOM die, so that applies to that gentleman up there. And the other one is increase panic in Europe by 1. Well, we have the Sky Ranger over here. The Sky Ranger, you put 2 soldiers on it and it allows you to throw away 1 crisis card. We had saved 2 soldiers just for that. Oh, and in case, remember, no soldiers on card, just like this. You know, no soldiers, just as a reminder, no soldiers, no satellites, no researchers put on cards off the board count against your budget. So these 3 here do not count. And if we had anything over here, they wouldn't count. Only the ones actually on the board count against the budget. So we will go with that now. We are going to throw away the increased panic in Europe by 1. That will be the one we throw over here into the discard because we want to keep our panic down as much as possible here. Next up, we are going to top down destroy 2 interceptors. We'll do that, take them off of our reserve. Boom, boom. They will go back into the reserve pile, into the recruitment pool here. And then we have the elite soldiers do not roll an extra XCOM die, so I will put that here in the middle of the board to remind us that is currently in play, an ongoing effect. That's kind of like an Elder Char when you have the ongoing mythos effect that goes from turn to turn. Okay, so that gets crisis out of the way. Next up is resolve research. This one will be easy. We have no research on Lab 1. We have 1 research on Lab 2 and none on 3. So we are going to roll 1 die. As I said, last time we were able to successfully pull this off. Let's see if the gods of the dice are going to do the same. Threat is on 1. Whoop, that was a miss, but we did not lose the scientist. So let us try again. Boom, success. And did not go above the threat, so we have got the arc thrower. And we were looking for that, because as you see the arc thrower here, exhaust it and choose an enemy. That enemy does not get to use their special ability this round. So that is good. I'm going to go ahead and put it over here. Remember, it is available for immediate use as soon as we get to the phase where we're working with missions and working through the mission and the base. And that one doesn't say anything about a mission, you know, on this particular mission. It just says an enemy cannot use. So it can be used against the Thin Man or against the chrysalid up there. Either one of those we could decide to use that against. So we will see how the combats go out, all right? That was good. So far everything's going along just like it did, except we got that on the first roll last time. Okay, we'll pause just a second here. I'm going to have a drink of coffee. All right, coffee is good. Nice to have it 4 in the morning. We've resolved that. Resolve orbital defense. Okay, let us try this now. This is where we're going to go. First, reset threat to a 1. Now, 3 dice against the ones in orbit. So, 1 success. Boom! Blew that one off the board. So far, it's turning out just like it did last time. Last time, we got a 1 success on the first one. Threat goes to a 2. Now, this time, on the first go-around, I actually didn't roll any successes whatsoever. We got 1 success. Boom! Took off another one. Threat goes to a 3 now. Fortunately, it wasn't a 3 that time. And that's how this one goes. Come on, we need 1 more success. That's all we need. Whew. I saw that 1 until the die knocked it over, didn't we? All right, a 4. All right. Do we want to push it? Or do we just want to increase panic? I don't think we want to take out 3 satellites this go. I don't think we're going to push it. Because if we fail, we got a 50-50 chance of failing and taking all 3 of these satellites out for a round. As it is, if we leave that, you see, we increase the panic in the continent with the lowest panic by 1. And I think we can do that. We've got Africa, which we've got 2 satellites, 2 in orbit, and we got Australia with nobody. So we are going to leave that one and raise panic in Australia by 1. That is not bad at all. So he remains there. Okay. Not quite as successful as it was the first go around, but there you are. Our number's still rolling? Yes. Next up, okay, this is where we noticed before that we had lost our recording. We are resolving global defense. So, first up is going to be North America up there. Alright, satellite. Oh, threat goes back to a 1. So let's give this a go. We need 2 successes, people. Alright, 1 success. We've taken 1 UFO off of North America. Next one up is going to be threat is going to a 2. Let's give it another try. Totally missed. Alright, threat will be a 3 now. 2 successes. Oh, so we'll take it out. Very good. Threat will reset from a 3 to a 1. And next up, where do we go now? Let's go to Africa. We have 2 on Africa. Threat of 1. How's it going to pull off here? Miss. Threat goes to a 2. Boom, one goes. Threat goes to a 3. Boom, another one goes. Threat resets to a 1. We've got 1 over Asia. Miss. Threat goes to a 2. Threat goes to a 3. Boom. Alright. Continents have been cleared. A little more successful on that than we were on the last round, aren't we? Okay, good. So at this point, no continent goes up, so that is good. Resolve the base defense. Okay, so we have in our base, we have a Thin Man. He has got an Explodey and he's got a support. So the Explodey was taken care of by the Assault guy, but Assault's taking care of that, but remember Assault, his primary is Assault, so he does not get an extra roll. And the support is being taken care of by, where'd that one? I had the 2. Why did I bring this one over? Let me put that one back over here. Here we go. The Assault guy took him off the card over here. And we have the Sniper, who counts for a support. So, there we go. We are going to roll 2 dice against the Thin Man. And I really don't want... Let's see what happens. Roll 2 dice. Boom. We got 1 success against him. And he had 1 hit point. So we have taken him out. So he gets converted into... salvage. So he'll go down here. Now, what's the Chrysalid's ability? The Chrysalid's ability is... Sorry. Don't have my glasses on, so I'm actually having to read this through the phone like y'all are. Before the first roll against the enemy, additional increases threat by 1. Whew, that is a tough mission up there as it is. We gotta get 2 successes, 2 successes, and a success. I am going to... Let's go ahead and pull the next alien for that then. Oh, Chrysalid. That's not the one. I should have used that one on the base, shouldn't I? Should have used it on the base. Crap. Alrighty. Well, we didn't. But we will now. We are going to exhaust it. Give me just a second. That's the Arc Thrower. We are going to exhaust the Arc Thrower. We're going to choose the Chrysalid there. He will lose his special ability this round. So we will turn it face down as exhausted. So the Chrysalid, we do not have to increase the threat against the Chrysalid by an additional 1. So the threat is now a 2 because we got the Thin Man on the first roll. So the threat is 2. Remember, you do not reset the base. Oh, how many people did we have rolling against this dude? We really should have decided. That was a poor decision there. We really should have decided to just let that one go. Alright, however, do we have any note? The support guy counts as a sniper, so that will work there. The assault guy counts as an assault, so we have 2 dice we're rolling against him. We need 2 hits. Wow, look there. We got 2 hits. Fantastic. So the Chrysalid is destroyed. Boom. Nice. Alright, he is taken out. We picked up 2 salvage this go. Nice. Fantastic. Alright, now threat resets to a 1. Okay, let us see where we're going to go here. The scientist is happy. He's going to get all his scientists back, and he's getting some nice salvage this go. And we did not take another point of damage to the base. Isn't it sweet? Was the base destroyed? It was not destroyed. Squad leader. Okay. Now we have to resolve the mission. So let us pull the mission over here. I'll be right with you as soon as I get them in front of us. Here's our mission. We are working a terror site. We have an outsider. He has a support and an explosion. So we have our support dude that we will supply to the support. Ordinarily, as we said before, he would get 3 dice to roll, but because this effect is in round, where we don't get to use the elite don't get to use the extra die, he's going to get to roll 2 against the outsider. And we have an exploder, which is the heavy guy. So we get to roll 3 dice against the outsider here. And threat is on a 1. Remember, it resets for the beginning of the mission, but it doesn't reset between the parts of the mission. 3 misses. Okay, threat now goes to a 2. Come on, guys. We only need 2 successes. We got 1 success and a loss. Damn. Alright, we got 1 success against the outsider, but let's put that there. Jeez, we didn't even finish off the outsider. And the loss, the 2 there, because threats at a 2 means both these guys are killed. But, hold on, we have an ability, don't we? Set that there. What was our ability? Mission. Give me half a second here. First up, we are going to run the satellite uplink. And the satellite uplink, we exhaust this card and we get to re-roll the enemy die. So we will re-roll this, shooting for higher than a 2. And we still got a 2. Alright, so we have this. Hang on. Right here, we are going to exhaust the shiv. We exhaust it. We put a completion on any mission that had a soldier assigned to each of its icons, and the outsider had 1 assigned to each of its icons. If it had been this one, we wouldn't. Well, we would, because we probably pulled that one. So both of these had 1, so we get to put an extra mission on this one. So this one is complete. We're still dealing with the 2 up here, but we killed the outsider. Remember, unfortunately, outsiders, when they get killed, they don't salvage. They just dissolve away. So he goes into the discard over there. But we've completed the first one. Problem is, these 2 guys are still dying. So, at this point, we can, right here, UFO flight. If we put an interceptor here on this card, move any soldiers on a mission to the reserve instead of killing them. So we have 1 left. We had 2 get destroyed, but we had 1 left. So we put that one down on UFO flight. These 2 guys will go to their reserve. So he remains an elite and goes back over to the reserve over here. However, the card, let's see, and then the sniper. Oh, do we want to continue here? At this point, we are on a threat level of 2, and the chrysalid will raise it to a 3 with 1 sniper shooting at him. And he would only get 1. Yeah, we'll stop right there. We're not going to risk the sniper on this one. So that is going to be the resolution of this mission. So next time out, we managed to save. That was good use of cards here. Good use of cards and tech abilities. We managed to save the soldiers, get rid of one of the aliens, and this mission will be in play next turn. So let's move him back up here. Okay, so we don't get to complete any of the mission tasks because we're not through with the mission yet. Resolution phase, all of our countries are still in the yellow. Did we complete a mission? No, we did not complete a mission this round, so we are not moving any closer at the moment to the end game. Now, all players, all exhausted cards are refreshed. Okay, so let's take a look here. This one gets refreshed. Not all. This one gets refreshed, so we'll flip it back over. This one gets refreshed. this will get refreshed. Sky Ranger, so all our mission cards will be available next turn for use once again. I need to move my lights further away from my board. Okay, all tokens that are on the reserve are refreshed. So at this point, where are we at? That are on reserve. Okay, so at this point, all these scientists come back in play. They've had some time off, and they are all available for us again next time. So as you see, basically they skip out a turn whenever you refresh. If we had lost satellites, the satellites would have done the same thing. Then we could put everything on the bottom of the discard. We will get that taken care of. Do we have salvage? We do have salvage. Exhaust, place of support. Exhaust, place that. Yep, salvage goes to something. I'm saying, oh, salvage is for the rolls up there, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Next up, all units assigned to a task are on a card or returned to the reserve except for the soldiers on a mission. He stays there, but the people on base defense come home. People on the Sky Ranger come home. The the interceptor over here comes home. And if we had any, yep, the satellite over here on the satellite nexus comes home. So everybody has come home now. I'm going to get these guys back into the reserve, to the recruitment pool where they belong. Okay, and as you see, if anybody had been exhausted, they wouldn't be exhausted. This guy takes off the board because we no longer worry about that particular part of the crisis. Yep. These interceptors all come back. Very good. How many UFOs are in orbit? 1. So we might have UFOs messing with our communications this time. CC, time phase, begin round 4. Okay, that is our only problem, is that this, whoops, let me get these off the board and bring them back to the reserve. That UFO might mess with our communication some this time. We'll have to see how it goes. Alright guys, that was a pretty successful turn. Other than that one there being left over, I think we are decent. And we have ways of taking care of that. We can move him out of orbit and over to a continent if we need to. If that's the way that turns out. So we will see. But we had 3 and 3, so we had at least a decent chance of taking him out. Okay. We are doing decently. Well, none of our nations, none of the continents are panicked right now. We are working our way through that particular mission. We've gotten a nice piece of tech over here. We've got some salvage, so we will see how it turns out next time. And we will see y'all then. Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.